Hi, survivors. It's me, Purpose Ann, reporting once again to you. Hope you guys are well because obviously, what's going on in this world is not. Now, this is the latest update on the whole Ukraine and Russia situations and the tensions that's been brewing over there in that area. It says NATO says Russia appears to be continuing its military buildup around Ukraine. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says it appears Russia is continuing its military buildup on the border with Ukraine, despite Moscow's claim it was sending some troops back to base. See, I had somebody comment the other day trying to be funny, I think it was yesterday, saying, oh, you preppers are just paranoid. Russia's backing out. So now today they're saying something else. And this is why I always iterate to you guys, don't get caught off guard. You have to go every day expecting, I hate to say this, y'all, but this is just the life we're living in, almost expecting as if something's going to happen. I mean, I say that to say this, just to be able to stay prepared. That's my point in that. Not like every day has to be doom and gloom, but you have to prepare yourself, situate yourself. Okay, we don't know what might happen, especially in this climate, especially with these demon rats running everything, So we have to stay prepared. We got to have this in place and that place, that in place. Now today it's something else. It's supposed to have been backing out. Now today it's a whole other situation. So it says, we have heard signs from Moscow about readiness to continue diplomatic efforts, but so far we have not seen any de-escalation on the ground. On the contrary, it appears that Russia continues the military buildup. Stoltenberg said Wednesday, we will continue to convey a very clear message to Russia that we are ready to sit down and discuss with them, but at the same time, we are prepared for the worst. Stoltenberg's remarks come just a day after Russia announced that some troops from its southern and western military districts had begun returning to their bases following exercises, although Moscow has said that military drills will continue to be held. Speaking ahead of a meeting of NATO defense ministers on Wednesday, Stoltenberg stressed that NATO remains hopeful that Russia will engage in meaningful dialogue and choose to pursue diplomacy rather than confrontation. We are closely monitoring and following what they're doing, Stoltenberg said. If they really start to withdraw forces, that's something we will welcome, but that remains to be seen. The Secretary General noted that NATO has observed a steady increase in Russia's military capabilities near the Ukrainian border over the last few weeks and months, with well over 100,000 troops believed to be near the border. Russia retains the capability of a full-fledged invasion of Ukraine without any warning time, he added. We are not afraid. Kyiv marks a day of unity in the face of feared conflict. The largest flag in Ukraine, all 200 meters, 656 feet of it, was on display at Kyiv's Olympic Stadium on Wednesday, with hundreds of people holding it up while singing the national anthem and other patriotic songs. They were marking Ukraine's Day of Unity, an impromptu celebration declared by President Vladimir Zelensky. For Semil Kaczynski, 45, Unity Day is all about showing the world that everyday Ukrainians like himself are not afraid of potential armed conflict. We have lived with this for 8 years. We understand what's happening. We're not afraid. We're standing together, and this is the heart of every Ukrainian, he said. As we have seen them, those Ukrainian people preparing for war, just regular civilians, they're all preparing for war. We see all ages, all genders. I saw a lady who was like 70-something years old, going through some drills and things of that nature. I mean, I really commend that. A lot of us over here, we just sit around. We at war now. We sitting around. A lot of us not doing that. The truckers are taking a stance on it. Thank God. And we see the effects of how when they took a stance on it, how these people start changing up their narrative. You got to stand for something to fall for anything. So, the article just goes on to say that there's still a lot of heightened tension with this whole Russia and Ukraine situation. And, it's just unfortunately that we can't really trust our politicians, allegedly, and the things that they say. Y'all president tried to get up there and try to be, hard and stuff and say it's going to be severe consequences or dire consequences if the Russians try to or attempt to invade Ukraine. But at this point, to me, this is all allegedly. Nobody ain't taking that man seriously. First of all, they're seeing how you are damaging your own country. These people are not idiots. I remember one time the Russian president And our last president, they were having, they were interviewing, and he was talking about how people always talking about him and his country, but he was talking about all the racism that he hear that goes on over here, and how certain classes of people, which are my color, be discriminated against and have been have experienced extreme racism. I mean, this was the president of Russia saying, and I was like, how did he know that? So my point is, people all over the world seeing how y'all president is weak as hell, weak and incompetent, allegedly, and they seeing that since he's been in office, all hell has broken loose over here in America. He really has sold the American people and this country out to the traitors, if you ask me. This is allegedly. So they seeing this, so they're not paying. They're not worried about what he's saying. They're seeing how they can take advantage of America right now. All of them are. That's why I said we have to stay prepared, because I'm telling these politicians and sold us straight out of here, y'all. They have sold us straight out. I'm going to read a little bit more of this article just so we could be kind of aware of what's going on. I said, Wednesday significance. Zelensky announced that today will be a day of unity. I guess it's Wednesday. I'm not sure. During an address to the nation on Monday, remarking with irony that his government was told Wednesday was the day Russians would invade Ukraine. We are told that February 16th would be the day of the attack. We will make it the day of unity. The relevant decree has already been signed. On this day, we will host national flags, put on blue and yellow ribbons, and show the world our unity. While the celebrations were muted with some events around the country, only attended by a handful of people, flags large and small were flying on many streets' corners. The digital panels normally displaying commercials in Kyiv streets were switched to a video showing the flag flying, and some government buildings were covered with giant blue and yellow banners. So they said they were also explaining to their children. So basically, y'all, they're going to still be prepared for war. But I see these people taking actions. I like people who take actions, you know. They're not going to just sit up here and let Russia invade their country and not be prepared for it or try to fight against it. Not only their military, but their civilians. I've never heard of a time in history. Maybe there has been. I've never heard when civilians, they train and they fight as well in war situations in their areas. You know, I commend these people, man. That's a lot of bravery, a lot of strength. Even the kids, and they will. Every last one of them that I have seen in interviews or whatever the case is, they're all calm. And so that was another thing that I took on from those people. I'm pretty sure they're praying too. And we need to continue too, because what we're going through over here is a hot mess. I mean, it is just messy. And it seemed like to me, allegedly, it's getting messier and messier. Y'all, these people, I know y'all hear me talk about this all the time, but it's just getting worse and worse. These bills are outrageous. The crime is crazy. The banks taking people money, freezing people money, allegedly. But that's just what's going on. We have people that's millionaires that they're having problems with the banks. So if they having problems, we sure got problems. We got millionaires like the man JR who's been censored. So we thought we had problems. These people with money, they coming and attacking for speaking about our freedom, liberties, and our health, allegedly. So we have a lot that we're dealing with right here in this country alone, trying to worry about somebody else. But y'all just stay prepared, stay ready. You know, get y'all some onset tablets or whatever y'all can to protect yourself, just in case in the nuclear event. And, just in case war. And you're like, well, oh God, we don't need no more problems. I just pray that it doesn't happen. I just gave you guys the latest update. Prepare and prep how you should. And please follow me on my other platforms. The links will be in the description. I have survivalism classes every week on Patreon. And also, if you're looking for land for sale in Texas, I have some. If you're looking for land for sale anywhere here in the country, please email me at prepperzand@gmail.com. We have some things to keep you warm in the winter and to where you can be able to cook. If you don't have a generator, if you don't have another source to use to make sure that you and your family and your loved ones are okay. I'm asking you guys to please smash the like button. Please, I'm going to start asking you guys to do this because they say that YouTube will show it to more people. We want to get the message out, so please hit the like button. I see a lot of y'all be watching me, but y'all, please, can y'all just hit the like button? I'm asking you to leave a comment in regards to what you think is going to happen or what you feel in your spirit. I'm really interested in knowing what y'all feel and what y'all think about. This is all of our platform. I'm just the spokesperson. And also, thank you guys so very much for watching. And watch this world, watch the weather, smell your water, please. I smelled that public water the other day. It was stank, allegedly. Purify your water before you use it. And keep surviving. SandHero.com.